It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is April 11th, 2018. And we are rocking out to some alternative rock today. We got Bad Religion. Hooray for me. Shout out to my man Bad Hasselhoff. Number one. He wanted me to play this. Actually, he probably wanted me to play this because I put a picture up on Twitter one day. It was about a month or so ago. And I was in a tattoo shop, and it said, the picture was, hooray for me, so F you. And I didn't know where it came from. Evidently he did, so he dropped that on me. So we're rocking out to that today. So we're going to go over an article that kind of goes into the sentiment for institutional money coming into Bitcoin, coming into cryptos. Get your take on that. And but first, let's go ahead and take a look at the markets. So right now we're sitting at $270 billion. Bitcoin's dominance is dropping. So that seems to be a good thing. If Bitcoin's dominance is dropping, that means the markets are, you know, money is flowing into other coins. So that may be a good sign. Right now, as of, you know, today and how the markets work currently, Bitcoin is a flight to safety within the cryptocurrency markets. The ultimate flight to safety is the dollar. But if you're talking strictly cryptocurrencies, then Bitcoin is the flight to safety for sure. So green markets today. Top 100 are looking very, very green. And the algo is still short. Still short. You know, the price action is very weird right now. It's consolidating. So, you know, the indicators that I'm using and methods in figuring out which way the market is going is still at a standstill. So we've still got two shorts on for now. And if we look at the performance, or actually, yeah, let's take a look at the performance and look at open trades. Open P&L is only just shy of 0.5%. So 256 bucks right now. I told you guys I changed the trading account amount to 20,000 instead of 100,000. And yeah, average trade, you're making about 1.3%. Average length is 122 hours, so a few days. And since back testing and doing forward testing now, about a year and 3 months, we're looking at 191%, which again is not in that same time frame. And I can go back, I think it will show you in that same time frame, if you would have just held Bitcoin. Let's see if they show that. So if you would have just held, buy and hold return would have been 672%. So as you can see, you know, in that scenario, we have the biggest run up I've ever seen. This back test goes from January of 2017. So I'm betting on us not seeing that type of growth in 2018. So with that being said, having a trading system will work better for you. I can't beat an alpha or a beta of 672%, because that means I have to do above 672% to show some alpha. So that's, you know, that would be a good reason to have a trading strategy, not when the markets are going crazy up to the upside, or yeah, to the downside as well. So you want a market that's kind of ebb and flows, and you can take advantage of those ebb and flows, versus a person that just bought and held. They wouldn't make as much money in that time frame. So that's how you look at whether or not to use a trading strategy You know, I keep it real with you guys. I think that this year we won't see a 672% buy and hold performance out of Bitcoin. So that's why, you know, I decided at the beginning of the year to start, you know, moving my algos over from FX into this space. But anyway, kind of long-winded with that. That's where we are. My manual TA is still in that triangle, still in that flag. So let's just kind of, if we don't break out to the upside, I'm still kind of indecisive right now. That's where I am right now with that. So the article today is out of CCN, and it says large retail investors see an opportunity in Bitcoin despite price decline. You're damn right. It says here, Bitcoin price has been on a decline since January, and analysts believe the mid-term correction of Bitcoin caused by massive sell-off by Fortress and Mt. Gox trustee. Still, retail investors are seeing a good opportunity to enter the cryptocurrency markets. Institutional demand, it says here, throughout its 10-year history, Bitcoin has had many major corrections. The recent decline from 19,000 to 6,000 was the third worst. Again, let me reiterate that. It was only the third worst, not even the second. So this is why I'm saying, people, the sky is not falling. This is normal. And on top of that, you could see prices of between 6,000 and 8,000, 9,000 for a whole year, fluctuating back and forth. I don't think that will happen, but don't rule that out. Don't rule that out. So it says here, history shows that Bitcoin has always been able to recover from its major corrections to previous all-time highs and initiate new rallies. Investors like Tom Lee and Peter Thiel have stated that the recent Bitcoin correction will be similar to the previous ones, and Bitcoin will be able to rebound from its losses in the future. So it goes on to talk about this week, Jeremy Gardner, a co-founder of the successful blockchain project Arger, revealed that its investors in over-the-counter markets are seeking for multi-billion-dollar bids to invest in the most dominant cryptocurrencies in the market. See, I talked about this in regards to how George Soros would probably enter the markets. They're going to do it over the counter. They're not going to do it through exchanges like the dumbass Mt. Gox trustee sold on the exchanges. I think doing the individuals he represented a disservice and screwing up the markets. Okay, is it a conspiracy? Possibly. I would lean more to that side, or it could be just straight stupidity. I don't know. I think I'm leaning toward they wanted to smash the price of Bitcoin down for a few months, and that's exactly what happened. In OTC markets, investors often deal with miners and other whale investors that hold significant chunks of Bitcoin. Multi-billion-dollar bids would not have the immediate impact on the public market or the cryptocurrency exchange market. But if investors start allocating billions of new dollars into the cryptocurrency markets, the Bitcoin price will likely increase in the midterm. And that's funny because I said that on the Off the Chain from last weekend. I said you won't see an immediate reflection of price with Soros, with the Rothschilds putting billions in. It will be kind of a delayed effect that you will see, because those individuals, if they wanted to sell, would sell at a higher price, right? So the liquidity for current prices wouldn't be there, i.e. driving prices up for individuals that wanted to buy a little bit more. So that's how that works. The last area talks about the disappointment. So since 2015, the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets have anticipated the entrance of institutional investors from strictly regulated markets like the Bitcoin futures market operated by CBOE and CME Group. But volumes on those markets have been extremely poor. Again, I'm going to read this. Volumes on those markets have been extremely poor, and demand for retail traders from the West have been virtually non-existent. This is what I've been trying to scream to you guys. The manipulation, if anything, is coming from whales that are already in the space, not CME futures, CBOE futures. I look at the volumes. It's just not enough to reflect any manipulation of any significant amount. So I try to tell you guys this. You got to listen to me on this one. And so yeah, I'm gonna leave this article for you guys, and check out the comments too. They're pretty funny. But what do you guys think? Do you think retail investors are going to come in at these good prices? I think so. I think 2018, where we stand right now, between 6,000, 5,000, maybe even 4,000. But this range, I think you're starting to see that movement into Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies on a larger scale. Let's face it, $270 billion. There are almost no institutional players in this game. Mostly just whales, people who have been in it for quite some time. So let me know your thoughts, though, people. What do you think is going to happen this year? Do you think institutional money is going to come in? What do you think the impact of over-the-counter purchasing of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies? How long do you think it will take for those actions, those transactions to really reflect in price? I would say I would say about 6 months, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts, though, people. It's your boy Crypto Blood, and I'm gonna rock out with my cock out to this bad religion. Yeah. Woo! I'm out, people. Holla.